In this video, I'll share with you how to write enticing YouTube titles without sounding like clickbait. Hey there, Adam here from Hustle Savvy. I help entrepreneurs to grow their audience and income with YouTube. Your YouTube video titles are one of the most important factors to getting more views. Here's why. First of all, with the right title, it gives you a higher chance to rank on YouTube search. And that equals more visibility for your channel and your videos. And that means more views. Now, of course, for this to work, you need to actually use the right keywords and include them into your YouTube title. I've done a video for this where I actually show some examples from my other channel and how I rank my videos. Click here, and also I'll leave a link in the description in case you want to check that out. Okay, cool. You get some keywords and then you put them into your titles. But then again, other people will be doing the same thing. So how do you compete with that? How do you stand out? Well, one of the best ways to do that is to actually balance between what the algorithm, the YouTube machine wants, with what a human, an actual real person, would want to click on. So here are 5 YouTube title tips that you can use to increase your chance that someone will click on your video, and I'll give you a bonus tip at the end of the video. The first tip is to use listicles. Psychologically, as human beings, we prefer to have more digestible information in our fingertips. So if you are able to help people to understand and manage the expectations on how many bullet points or information that you're going to be giving to them, it makes them more likely to click. Let's say I'm looking for some of the best cameras, and I'm just typing a very simple, straightforward keyword here, best cameras. One of the best results and the most highest results is 5 best cameras for beginners in 2021. So it gives me an expectation that I will only need to look at 5 different options before I choose one to buy. That speeds up my information processing and my decision making to actually solve the problem of getting my camera and straight away get into my hobby. Okay, so this is another example. You know, when I want to look for tips for maybe growing houseplants, 3 simple houseplant care tips. Wow, that makes me think, okay, I just need to learn 3 things to start off with. I'm not going to be an expert or master straight away with watching one video, obviously. I'll go through the other videos, but as you can see here, this one is actually ranking number 1. And out of the many reasons and many factors is definitely the title of managing people's expectation and just giving them just 3 tips, not overwhelming them with 100 of them right off the gate. Speaking of numbers, the next tip I have is to add a quantifying value to your title. So when we're looking for information, one of the best ways to differentiate the different pieces of content out there is to actually add more numbers to it. And there are different creative ways you can do that. One of my favorite YouTube channels, TechNotice, they actually have this way of showing you the different PC builds, that's computer builds that you can build yourself, and they use numbers like, for example, if I was a Mac, I'd cost $16,000. That gives you a rough ballpark of, wow, that's a lot if it was built as a Mac, but I'm building as a Windows machine, it'll be cheaper. It sparks curiosity, and you're wondering how much cheaper is it? And then he also used other things like Ryzen 3400G build, £400 budget everyday PC. Wow, if you're under a budget or you have a certain budget to play around with, you'll be more interested to click on that video to find out more. And there's a lot of this number playing around that he uses in this video. For example, right here, no joke, Mac Pro Killer is, 3 times cheaper. And that, again, that number play there helps the viewer to quantify that this video, compared to the other competitors, the other videos out there, this video is emphasizing that this specific information can help you make something that's 3 times cheaper. And it's not just about money. You can also play around with numbers such as time. And in this example, when I'm searching for how to grow a 6-pack, there's this video that comes up, get a 6-pack in 22 days. 22 days, so it's not 22 months, 22 years, it's 22 days. There's certain techniques that are specific for someone to get six-packs abs, if you're committed to it, under 30 days, under a month. So if I continue to search this keyword, how to get six-pack, there's also other values here, like in 1 day. Okay, that's pretty insane. In 2 weeks. So these are also numbers, time frames to allow your viewers to get more excited and know that, okay, I'm looking for this video that can help me get the results faster. Tip number 3 is about making things easier and reducing friction. Here's the thing, as human beings, we're always looking to avoid pain. And as a result of that, we are looking for the shortest path to our outcome. So one of the best things you can do is integrate that into your YouTube title as well to emphasize this point and make it easier for them to click. So the example I want to show here is actually from my own YouTube channel and how to sell ebooks on Gumroad. And then I emphasize without a website. So that's going to be powerful for people who don't know coding, who doesn't have resources to spare to, hire a developer to look for them and build a website. They can check out this video. And another example is here, how to create ebooks in Canva. And a lot of people are doing that video, but I emphasize 0 design skills required. So in case you don't know what Canva is, in case you're not sure whether you want to hire a graphics designer or not, this video will illustrate to you that, hey, with this tool that I'm introducing to you, you don't need any design skills. It's drag and drop, it's easy to use. The next tip is about emphasizing the most important words or points in your video title. So a few examples of doing this is by using maybe caps or brackets or dashes within your YouTube title in between words to differentiate them from the rest of the title. Let's say I'm looking for the best video editing laptops in 2021. So I want it recent, I want it for video editing. And the top performing videos, as you can see here, are the ones that actually have an emphasis on which is the best for video editing. So they use a dash for this video right here. And you can see there are more common, usage of this dash. Which one is best for you is a question at the back. And here's like a bracket, creators edition. And you can actually use this in many different ways. Here's another example. Going back to my example about how to create ebooks in Canva, I emphasize 0 design skills required. So that actually helps to stand out from the other videos. Hey, if you're liking this video so far, do give me a thumbs up. And also you should consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon so you won't miss any videos like this one. This next tip is about using power words. Power words are designed to be integrated into titles to invoke very powerful emotions, hence the name, and create this irresistible feeling for the user to connect with that content and find out more. There are many ways to use power words and they can relate to different triggers and different emotions. So here's a few examples of that. Here's an example of a video from one of my other YouTube channels, Pixel Mystique, and it's using the word best. Best Udemy courses to learn Unity game development. So the word best there is emphasizing that this video is highlighting the best results, the best courses. Another example is this one right here. It's all about copywriting, go figure. Top copywriting tips and triggers to be insanely more persuasive. That word, that power word, insanely, makes a lot of difference. If you remove that, this is what it's going to sound like. Top copywriting tips and triggers to be more persuasive. It's still good, but not as good once you add the word insane right in the title. It emphasizes how much bigger results you'll get by watching this video by using these top tips. So do consider incorporating power words in your next YouTube title. And leave in the comments below if you do. I'll be interested to know what are those power words that you're using. By the way, I've compiled a list of power words you can use for your next YouTube video. And I've categorized these words based on the different emotions and psychological triggers. Get it now, download it, link in the description below. Okay, now we're on to some bonus tips. And the bonus tips I have for you today will be very focused on how to avoid clickbait. Now here's the thing about clickbait. They do work to some extent to get the clicks, hence the name, but they will damage your reputation, your brand, and your YouTube channel in the long run. You see, clickbait is defined as getting someone to be enticed to click on something but not getting the actual results that they were looking for in the first place. In other words, when you do a clickbait title, you are actually drawing people in but not fulfilling your promise to them. This will leave them, dissatisfied, and they are not going to trust anything else that you put out in the future. So this is an example from Jake Paul. He has a video title called "We Got Married." And here's the thing, it's got 10 million views, but in actual fact, during the recording of this video, they weren't getting married. It's just a simple stunt to get attention from, an audience. Another example is again from Jake Paul. The title of the video is "We're Canceling the Wedding." Now this triggers a lot of emotional response and worry from their audience and a lot of concern, but it ends up being not the case. What actually happened was the wedding almost got cancelled. Ha ha ha, you got tricked. But not really. So this is like the half here, half there kind of experience that the viewer will get when you use a title like this, and the actual content doesn't really reflect what's in the title. Speaking of emotions and power words, it's better that you are aware of the different triggers that are being caused, and I've compiled all of that in the description below. You can download that list so that you know what kind of power words you want to use in your next YouTube video title. Watch these videos next if you want to learn more about YouTube tips and keyword research. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video and share this video with others who would benefit from it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.